On this channel, on the internet, you often see a lot of general advice when it comes to investing and retirement planning, but today we're gonna get really specific. I've got tips that tailor exactly to the high net worth individual or those aspiring to be one. Hey guys, glad to be back with you. And for those of you new to the channel, welcome out. My name is Jarrett, Vice President of W.A. Smith Financial Group. We are a team of financial advisors based in Ohio, but helping people all over the U.S. build financial peace of mind for their money and their retirement. Today's video, we also have a supplementary guide, our free retirement checklist challenge. To get your hands on that, simply click on the link in the description below. And without further ado, let's jump right in. Okay, so before we jump in, let's lay the framework for what it actually means to be a high net worth individual, because this is an open discussion and it's open for interpretation, and it can mean different things to different people. I have a lot of clients who are high net worth in what they have saved and accumulated and what they have, meaning if they were to pass away and their estate was liquidated, they would be considered a high net worth estate. And I also have a lot of clients who have saved a lot and accumulated a lot, but they also make, because they're still working in many cases or they're a business owner, they also make a really good level of income every year. So not only do they have a lot of money saved and their net worth is high, but they also have a high income level in the IRS's eyes when it comes to what they earn and bring home every year. So today's tips, we're gonna talk about one of those two examples. And again, it can be open for interpretation, but getting right into it, number one, if you're a high net worth individual, specifically one who makes a lot of income, it's really important if your company that you're working at offers a retirement plan, a 401k, a 457, a 403b, that you contribute and max that plan out. Most high net worth individuals that make a lot of income, they cannot contribute to a Roth IRA. And a Roth IRA is where you can put after-tax dollars in, and the money that is inside the Roth IRA is now tax-free for the rest of your life, the rest of your family's life, but the earnings on that Roth IRA also grows at a tax-free level. There's a phase-out number, and if you make too much money in income in a calendar year, you're actually not eligible to contribute to a Roth IRA. So one of the best things that you can do is make sure you max your retirement plan out. Especially if you make a lot of money and your income level is high, you should be able to afford to get that 401k, that 403b maxed out. And for those of you who are able to max that out and you still have supplemental income that you aren't spending, the next stage for you would be to start saving in a non-qualified brokerage account. You can do both of those things if you're making a little too much money to contribute to a Roth IRA, because the Roth IRA is where I would go before I would go to a brokerage account if you were under the phase-out level. In this case, high income earners, high net worth individuals are likely going to be over that level. Number two, think about what's called a QCD. This is a qualified charitable distribution. Most of my high net worth individual clients here at W.A. Smith Financial, those types of clients often are very philanthropic. They like to donate to charity. It's built into their budget. They like to pay it forward. And if you are an individual who has a lot of qualified money, a lot of high net worth individuals tend to save, especially if they follow my advice in tip number one and they max that retirement plan out, a large lion's share of their retirement asset pool becomes qualified money. That's pre-tax money, 401ks, 403bs. You put money in, defer the income tax on it, and when it comes out later, you have to pay the income tax. Now, the IRS makes you start taking distributions at what's called the required minimum distribution age. And so when you get to RMD age, if you are an individual that doesn't need to spend that required minimum distribution, the withdrawal that the IRS makes you take out from your accounts, and you're philanthropic, you can actually send a large portion, if not all of your required minimum distribution, directly to a 501c nonprofit charity via QCD, Qualified Charitable Distribution, and you will pay absolutely zero federal income tax on that. So the QCD, you can only do as much as $100,000 in QCDs per calendar year. And to give you an idea, if your RMD is more than $100,000 a year, that means you likely have more than about $2.6 million in qualified money. So I would classify that as a high net worth individual as far as assets saved go. But check out the QCD if you're into giving to charity and you have an RMD that you're not going to spend. Number 3, sticking with the Roth IRA idea, there is something that a lot of high net worth individuals will take advantage of, and it's called a backdoor Roth IRA conversion. Now remember, if you make too much money to contribute to a Roth IRA, the only way to get money into a Roth IRA, there's two, is you can contribute to Roth 401k if your company allows for it, because there is no income earnings limitation to contribute to a Roth 401k. But if you can't do that, or you're already doing that and you want to get more of your qualified money into Roth, then you have to convert it. You have to take money from your traditional IRA pool, your rollover IRA pool, and you have to pay the income tax now and convert it over to a Roth IRA. Now, for those that want to contribute, add money to a Roth IRA, and you make too much and you're over the phase-out level, take advantage of the backdoor. This is something where you make a non-deductible IRA contribution, and then you immediately convert that IRA contribution to Roth IRA in the same calendar year. Now, there is a caveat here, and you have to remember the pro rata rule on this. If you have money in an IRA right now that is considered pre-tax money, you could have rolled a 401k over to an IRA, or a 403b, or you had a lump sum pension that you rolled to an IRA. That backdoor Roth conversion that you make is not going to be 100% tax-free. There is a pro rata conversion ratio that they will use, and they will take a look at all of the money that you have in your IRA that is pre-tax and do a conversion pro rata ratio to make sure that they are collecting tax in their own way. So for those who don't have any IRA money, maybe all your money is still in the 401k, or you've saved it in the bank, or it's in a brokerage account, and you're over the phase-out level, you can do a Roth conversion from a non-deductible IRA contribution directly to a Roth IRA and pay absolutely no taxes on the conversion. Number 4, this is all about income. I don't care if you're a high net worth individual, if you're lower than that, if you have a little bit of money saved, a lot of money saved. When it comes to retirement, income is the foundation of every good retirement plan, and that goes for high net worth individuals too. For those of you who make a lot of money, in most cases, I see a misconception often happen, that people tend to believe that when they retire, they'll be able to live on less money than what they were making during their earnings career. I even see rules of thumb out there that are being peddled as, hey, you only need about 80% of your pre-retirement income to live happily in retirement. In my experience, I don't see that hold true very often. Most individuals, and especially the high net worth individuals, when they come into retirement, everyone wants to maintain their standard of living for the most part. I don't see a whole lot of high net worth individuals who are living off of $8,000 a month in income, or $10,000 or $12,000 or $20,000 a month in income, who are willing to take a step back when it comes to retirement when that paycheck goes away. So for those individuals, having a income replacement plan when they retire is vitally important. You have to know where your income is going to come from when the paycheck goes away. Some people have pensions, and that might make up a small percentage of the income replacement. Some people will have pensions and Social Security. But the high net worth individual families that I work with, their income shortfall, that's the amount of money that they need to pull from their portfolio, tends to be a lot more than the average client that I might deal with when it comes to net worth. Perfect time to jump to the whiteboard and give you an example. Here's why income for high net worth individuals is just as important as it might be for anyone else. Let's think of the scenario we just talked about with 80% of pre-retirement income. Let's say that you're a high income earner, high net worth individual, and after taxes, 401k contributions, all the stuff that comes out of your paycheck, that you actually you bring home $15,000 per month in income. Most of my families that are in that type of a ballpark, they've also built a lifestyle around that $15,000 a month in income. They tend to spend most, if not all of it, because part of their retirement savings is coming out into their 401k before they even get that paycheck. So if you're looking at 80% of pre-retirement income as the rule, are you willing as a retiree to step into retirement and have only $12,000 a month in net take-home pay when you just lived the last 20, 30, 40 years of your life maybe at a much higher mark? I think the answer for most people is that's not enough. So we plan for 100%, if not more in some cases. I think of families that want to front-end load their retirement plan and they want to live their first 10 or 15 years while they're young and active and able and spend a little bit more and do all the things that they wanted to do, like travel and spend time with their grandkids and the hobbies and so on. So go into retirement with at least 100% of your pre-retirement income as the goal. So in this example, let's imagine that that person retires and they say, hey, I still want to live the same standard of living that I've become accustomed to. $15,000 a month is the minimum. I can do everything I want to do if I have that income coming in. And then they take a look at entitlement programs. Maybe they were lucky enough to have a pension, and that pension brings them home after taxes $3,500 a month. And between that person and their spouse, maybe they have another $4,500 a month coming from Social Security income. It still leaves them $7,000 a month short to get them to that $15,000 that they want. We call that the income shortfall or the income gap. And the fact of the matter is, if you're a high net worth individual, this pie here, this represents your retirement savings, your nest egg, so to speak. You have to figure out how you are going to withdraw after taxes $7,000 per month, every single month, throughout your entire retirement journey. And that's no easy task. Most people, they haven't ever taken withdrawals from their retirement asset pool. And this is the first time in their financial journey that they have to come up with a plan for distributing their assets to themselves. So we talk a lot about income as the foundation, specifically for high net worth individuals, high income earners. This is something you absolutely must talk to your financial advisor or your financial planner about and have a solid written plan for exactly where and how you're going to get that $7,000 a month that you still need. Fifth and final tip for you, we have an awesome video that takes income planning and building that plan one step further. We'll link the video here on the screen. Make sure that you download our Retirement Checklist Challenge, absolutely free. Click on the link in the description below to get your hands on that. If you liked today's video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss our next video, turn your bell notification on. We'll see you next time.